Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Bri. I love to go thrifting, garage sailing, junking. I take those finds and upcycle them into beautiful home decor. Now today I have a very exciting video. I am part of a collab with three amazing women. We have got Melissa Morrow, Jessie Ferguson, and Jasmine Isaacs. You may know them as Vintage Bee Design, Urban Legend Antiques, and Handcrafted from Home. No worries, I will link all of their information in the description box below. So this is a thrift flip mystery box challenge. We put our names in a hat, drew them out, and Jessie sent me a package clear from California.
Hey guys, Jessie here from Urban Legends Antiques, and I am at Set Free Thrift Store in Topeka, California. This is a very special thrift store because they support people in recovery. So let's go inside.
I sent Melissa a package. You'll see a little bit more of that later in the video, but it's time to get this unboxed and see what I have to flip. Now y'all, I have not peeked. In fact, this box got here hours ago. I sent the girls a message and told them it was here. Now, Jessie said she would have ripped open that box right away to find out what was in it. Me, on the other hand, I was excited to let it sit there and build up some anticipation. What about you? Do you like surprises, or can you not wait like a kid in a candy store? Leave me a comment below. That's not a clock, but it's super cool. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Are you kidding me? It's gorgeous. Okay. Minus all of, oh great. Jessie. Hi, Faye. Look at this. So maybe it was a wine box, eh? There's styrofoam outside of it. Look at those details. This is gonna be so much fun. To top it off, Melissa Morrow sent all of us a redesign by Prima product. I am super excited about this. This is the chalk paste. I was wanting to try it out, but I held off. I'm going to be trying it for the first time with y'all. This is in the color cocoa, so it's a nice rich brown, so I can see this working very well. I'm going to be using some DIY paint. I don't even know what colors yet, but we are gonna have some fun. This is gonna be something a little different than what you've seen from me before, but it's gonna be a ton of fun. Thank you, Jessie. I love it. Let's go get started. Now, it is a thrift flip challenge, but I want to save the elephants, so I use a scraper tool and some needle nose pliers, and I gently take them off. This piece has a little bit of age, so I use a hammer and just tap in any loose nails and trim. Got my usual TSP substitute cleaner in this bottle. I'll go ahead and link that down below. And I'm going to give this box a good scrub. As you can see, it's pretty dirty. Since I'm keeping this piece, it's getting one of my favorite colors, DIY Bohemian Blue. You can find this color and this amazing Klingon brush on my website, upcycledbybri.com. I'll be sure to link it below. Now, even though DIY paint is super pigmented and thick, creamy paint, it falls right off the Klingon brush. That's right, put your Klingon brush in water, let it sit overnight. When you rinse it in the morning, the paint literally falls off. Amazing. If you haven't tried it, get one, try it out, let me know what you think. It makes cleaning brushes a heck of a lot easier. Amazing one coat coverage. Now, this is half wet and half dry. The lighter areas are dry. Those darker areas are wet paint. The final product, after it's sealed, will dry somewhere kind of in between these two colors. I'm using my JRV Moroccan stencil. This is going to be a great choice because of how thick they are. It's going to give me a great raised texture. All right, first time using this chalk paste. Wow. This is the redesigned by Prima chalk paste in the color Cocoa. Melissa sent me this. It was super sweet of her. If you want to try out this chalk paste, they've got a ton of different colors. I will link her website and a direct link to the product below. I've put a little bit on a plate so I can work with this knife. I'm going to do a little practice on this wood round. So applying a generous amount, I'm just going to lay it right over this stencil. I probably should have centered this and I could have reused it. Probably wasting chalk paste. Nice. Look at that raised stencil. All right, let's do the real deal. You guys saw how easy it was on the tester, but it's going to be tricky over these surfaces. So let's see how I do. It was, in fact, harder. I started in the middle and kind of worked outwards, which was great. On this flat surface, you can see it's going well. Once I started working over some of the ridges and the bumps, some of the paste got under the stencil and smushed a little. But no worries, I'm going to go back and touch that up. I'm using this more for the texture than for the exact design, so it's going to be okay. We're going to keep working through it. Okay, y'all, the reveal. I don't know what to expect. Oh no. Okay. You can tell in the area where it's flat, it did really well. Now I've made an entire smooshed mess over here. Wow, right there's really bad. Don't worry, we're gonna fix it. I'm gonna let it dry first. I've let this dry for a couple of hours now and it is good and dry. It does say on the container that it's quick drying and it was not lying. Now I just want to remind you guys how easy this was for me to use, how crisp and clean that came out. This is not a great example because of all the raised texture. So I'm gonna paint right over this, but I'm gonna go through here with my Cricut tool. Yes, I know, I use this for everything. And just kind of clean up and scratch off some of this chalk paste where I don't want it. Just stick with me here. It's gonna be cool when I'm done, I promise. I did one coat of Boho Blue over the raised stencil. It didn't smear or smudge, and it covered easily with just one coat. Here is a look after that has dried. Next up, some wet distressing. Since DIY paint is water soluble until it's sealed, I can use a wet rag and rub the paint off where I don't want it. And that will reveal some of that beautiful metal detail beneath. I'm gonna try something I've never done before. I'm going to mix Golden Ticket and Pennies from Heaven. This is the gold and copper patina. We're gonna mix them together and see what color we get. I keep a little piece of drawer liner handy for when these lids get stuck, and it helps pop them right open. Don't forget you can find all of these products on my site, upcycledbybri.com, and the chalk paste over on Melissa's site, which I will link down below for you. Now, of course, you don't have to mix these two colors together, but look how gorgeous it is when you do. Now I'm using an artist brush to apply this mixture to the raised part of my stencil. How pretty is this? It's going to provide some amazing detail. Since DIY paint and products are all natural, Elena could hop in here and help me. We did a little finger painting over these metal details. The distressing really brought them out, and the patina made them shine. I let everything dry for about an hour. Now I've got my DIY clear wax, and I am going over the entire piece using a brush. If you'll notice, it's not smearing or smudging the golden patina. It goes on buttery smooth. It does make the paint appear darker. As it dries, it will lighten back up. If it's your first time using the wax, don't worry. A lot of people freak out when it gets dark like this. Let it sit for 24 hours. It'll look a lot better. Now I am going to add these elephants back on. I added them back on backwards because I loved the natural aged patina that were on the back of these pieces. So I'm carefully hammering them back on using those tiny little nails that I had pulled off before. The final touch on this piece is going to be DIY black wax. I'm just going around the edges of the gold to add some depth and dimension and really make that stencil pop. As soon as I opened this present from Jessie, I knew where it was going. It's staying right here in my home, in my master bathroom. So I've got a boho vibe going on in here. It's pretty similar to the boho vibe I did downstairs in the basement bathroom. I can link that video here above if you haven't seen that. On my counter though, I have my vitamins and face products and some room freshener just hanging out, and I don't really like that. So we are going to use that box and disguise these products. It is still raining in Kansas, so I brought this out into my bedroom so you can see it in the natural light. Look how beautiful it is. Leave me a comment below. Are you going to try this liquid patina? Now that the clutter is off the counter, I have more room for decor. I have this vintage canister that was my mom's. I keep some perfume in it, so that's nice to have accessible on the counter. And then I added in a couple of other little elephants in here, seemed appropriate. This tiny one is made of glass. And over on this side, I have one of my favorite brass pieces. I love his little patinaed eyeball. So thank you so much to Jessie for sending the amazing box. Thank you, Melissa, for sending the chalk paste. And thank you, Jasmine, as always, for doing all of the links and the cute little pop-ups that are in our video. So make sure you head over to their channels. I'm going to link everything down in the description box below. Now I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of what I sent Melissa, but you'll have to check out her channel to see the full reveal.
Okay, so this is from Bri. I haven't opened it yet. I just cut it open. Oh, yeehaw! Enjoy your mystery box from Kansas. Like that later. Oh my, what did she send me? She's good at wrapping things. I'm telling you, if you're ordering from Bri, she's gonna wrap it within an inch of her life.
Which is a good thing. Sweet.
Well, that seems right up my alley. Oh, cool, look. So they certainly do have different things in Kansas than here in Jacksonville.
Yep, inch of its life.
I'm pretty sure she took lessons from Jamie Ray. Because Jamie Ray packs like this too.
Nobody likes to receive their items broken.
No.
Are these homemade?
Looks like she paid $6 for the big one and $4 for the little one. I'll have some fun with this.
I think you will.
Yep.
Cool beans. We'll see what goes on.
Plus, guys, look, free packing. Thanks, Jessie. Well, I wonder how many clips I filmed like that. You good? See some styrofoam up your nose? Oh, yeah, there it is right there. Goodness.